This is my review of the Megadeth album United Abominations. It was released in 2007 and produced by Dave Mustaine. So this is an album where you have an entirely new lineup. You have Glenn Drover on guitar, Sean Drover on drums, and James Lomenzo on bass. This was actually the first Megadeth album that I got, other than the Greatest Hits, which was like the real first one. This was the first studio album I got. And I saw them on this tour. It was the first concert I ever went to. It would have been September 22nd, 2007, at the Newport in Columbus. And I got this shirt there. That's why I waited for this album to wear the shirt. Trying to think, like, remember things from that night. They were like videotaping the concert. The concert's actually on YouTube, which is where I got the date from because I honestly couldn't remember what date it was. But yeah, they were like webcasting it, so there was this kind of camera off to the side that was like, you know, moving around and stuff, and you could see it. We sat like all the way up in the back. I went with my my uncle, my cousin, and my brother. They opened with Sleepwalkers, the first track on this album, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, just it was a great show. I had a great time. It was a little hard to hear the vocals from like where we were. So since I wasn't like familiar with some of the songs, like there were quite a few songs where I'm like, yeah, I don't really know which one this is, but it was still a really fun experience. I remember like when we were lined up to go into the venue, there was this like an Ohio State game getting out, so just like the whole street was filled with people who were either in like red and gray or all the people in black who were going to the Megadeth concert. So it was just kind of funny seeing like the two groups of people. So yeah. Album opens with Sleepwalkers, which I think is a great opening track. The highlight for me, it's got really cool guitars, kind of a faster track. I really like the backing vocals. It kind of just keeps saying Sleepwalkers. The second track, Washington's Next, another highlight for me, probably my favorite track on the whole album, really. I love the guitars in the intro. It's got kind of cheesy lyrics, but I enjoy them a lot. I think they're funny. I like the how can there be any logic in biological war line has always stood out. The third track, Never Walk Alone. This one I really like. I think it's a really catchy song. Kind of like throws me back to their like euthanasia era stuff. It's a really catchy track. Kind of surprised it wasn't bigger. I guess it was the third single. I think I would have made it like the first single because I think it's the catchiest of the three singles. The fourth track, United Abominations, the title track. This is one of those ones where they use kind of a voice talking throughout it, and I think it's more successful here than it is on some of their earlier songs. But I've always really liked this one as well. The band's playing on it's really great, really catchy track. Another one where I like a couple of the lines lyrically. This is a really like political album, and I don't even like. I'm not positive like the point he's trying to make on like half of these songs, so I probably like don't agree with everything he's saying, but he has some lines here and there that I agree with on different things, and I do kind of not to get like too political, but I do feel like the United Nations is pretty useless. I mean, it's about as useful as the League of Nations was as far as like preventing wars. It really hasn't. So anyway, the fifth track, Gears of War. This one, I guess there's a video game that it was in, and I've never played that game, so I don't really know anything about it. But I really like the song. It's very kind of like apocalyptic sounding in the beginning. Another one where I think it's got some fun lyrics to it. I like the line about a more sophisticated way to end up dead. And yeah, that's just another one that I've always really enjoyed. Sixth track, Blessed Are the Dead. I like this one, a little slower. I think it's a little less memorable. Like from here onward, to me, is kind of where the album drops off just a little bit. Like the first 5 songs I think are all really great, and then here it just kind of like steps down a little bit, but not very much. I still think it's a really good, consistent album all the rest of the way through. Seventh track, Play for Blood. I really like this one too. I really like the main riff in it. I think it's got some cool drums. It's kind of another like minor highlight for me. I believe this might have been my brother and my cousin's favorite song off the album. I think I remember them talking about it a lot back then. The eighth track is a redo of Atula Moon. with Christina Scabia. I probably butchered that, but she's on guest vocal. And this, to me, is my least favorite track on the album. I honestly like the original version better. This one, like, I do like her backing vocals and the guest vocal here. I think she does a good job, and I think she sounds good. But just overall, like, I really just prefer the earlier version. And the To the Moon's never been my favorite song of theirs, so like them redoing it, kind of different, just didn't really do much for me. And I think that the production on the original version sounded a lot better than the production on this one. Which, like, this album as a whole, I like the way it sounds, but I think it kind of sounds a little like cheaper than some of their albums. Like, I don't know if it's, I don't want to like blame Dave's production, because I don't want him to come attack me or whatever Dave does, but yeah, I don't know, just something about this album, it just sounds like maybe they didn't have as much money to put into the production of it and stuff as they did with some of their other ones. The ninth track, America Stan, some cool guitar in it, a lot of like soloing. To me, the song seems almost kind of like a showcase for the soloing and then the lyrical stuff. Which another one, like, I'm not sure what he's trying to say. I even like read the lyrics and I'm like, I'm not sure what point he's trying to make, but I enjoy the song overall. The 10th track, You're Dead. This one I like mainly for the lyric of "I'll dance on your grave even if you're buried at sea." That's kind of an interesting lyric. But yeah, not one of the most like memorable tracks on the album, but I do enjoy it. It kind of reminds me of the early Megadeth style. Then the 11th and final track, Burn Ice, I think has some really cool guitar in it, but it's not the most like memorable closer. I just kind of feel like by the end of the album, it kind of runs out of steam just a little bit, but not too much. It's just like all the songs that I really love are kind of packed towards the beginning. So yeah, Megadeth, United Abominations, one of my favorite albums of the Megadeth era, probably my favorite of it, honestly, and some of that might be nostalgia. But I do just think it's a really I don't know, really consistent album that really kind of rocks pretty hard for them. Other than like a To the Moon, other than that, like most of the tracks on here, I feel like are pretty heavy. So yeah, United Abominations, highly recommend this one. One of my favorites.